I was at the debates at FPU a couple of weeks ago, and you said that you stood for giving legal status to the illegal immigrants, but you were against the amnesty.
Absolutely.
Could you, for us here in the room tonight, differentiate the differences between legal status and amnesty, and explain how legal status is not just a preamble to amnesty?
Sure. It seems to me that any type of debate about immigration seems to fall in two camps. Either you support amnesty, which is granting citizenship to those that have come here illegally, or you apparently support, I guess, instant deportation for the problem that we have allowed to build up in our country right now because we don't enforce the rule of law, we haven't secured our border, and we aren't serious about immigration reform. And that is, we have an undocumented or illegal population of approximately 12 million people. That's about 10 times the size of the state of New Hampshire, just for perspective. So realistically, any type of immigration reform, I mean, you can try to be, as tough as you want on immigration, but at the end of the day, for those people that are integrated in some way in the fabric of our society, or have been living here, or have been working here, if we are to establish an orderly process by which to define what it is we are to do with that population, some sort of legal status has to be conferred. That either means you are, if you've committed, for example, a crime beyond already coming here illegally, certainly you should be first in line to be returned to the country, your country of origin. If you've been working here, perhaps for a while, and haven't been paying taxes, you absolutely should be paying your fair share. If you perhaps have a complex family situation, or likely don't have a right to maybe ever become a citizen, but for whatever type of situation you're involved in, might be applying for permanent legal residence, for example. I think there are many different people. We can't pretend they're all in the same brackets, but anyone that claims to say, I want the undocumented to be brought out of the shadows, that means some sort of legal status has to be conferred. So on this issue, I am honest about this. I'm not going to pretend that I oppose amnesty yet, have no answers in between. Because in fact, any type of immigration reform that, again, has to be, only will be effective after we secure our border, involves conferring some sort of legal status. So that's what I've been attacked on. But
Boy,
I do not support
it. Sure sounds like amnesty to me.
It is not.
I beg your pardon, but we've got this vague kind of, well, some people, we don't know which ones and why they're going. Every other country in the world, when they find people in their country illegally, they throw them out. Now, why the hell shouldn't we do that here?
That's actually not true, sir. My mother's country of origin, Italy, for example, has a huge problem because they've allowed for the same situation that we have. They have many people streaming in from, for example, after the war in the Balkans, Eastern Europe, had a lot of people come in. They are, of course, after the situation in Tripoli and Tunisia, they have people coming on boats all the time. They do their best, but they don't control their border that well, so they have the exact same problem we do.
And they have
so
a
I'm
problem
being
as a
realistic
consequence,
about
don't
it.
they?
Absolutely, that's my point.
But that's my point.
I'm assessing
And
reality right now, so I know that if any other candidate has some other way to, again, bring people out of the shadows, that involves conferring some sort of legal status.
Bring people out of the shadows.
And if you're concerned about militarization of police, I'd also ask you to question, what type of government would you like that is actually able to round up 12 million people and deport them? That's a concern for me as well.
I don't
The
think
problem
you
is
have
we've
to round them
allowed...
all up at once. When you catch them doing something, then you deport them. It isn't like we gotta send out the goddamn troops to go house to house to look for these people. These people get in traffic accidents and things like that. Then they should be deported whenever we come across them.
Well, I hope your candidate of choice doesn't disappoint you if he is elected, because guaranteed if he has to be involved in immigration reform, it doesn't sound like it's going to meet your requirements.
Is there another question?